Yes, welcome back to Bladtcast 396. Back because it's been a week, but what a week. So much more to talk about with the man, the myth, the legend, Salman himself, David Weiss on Twitter at DWeissComedy. For our audio listeners, welcome back. You were gone for like a few seconds. But for our YouTube friends, hi. Say hello to the nice people, Sal.
What's up, America?
So many things were happening in the week since then. And we were just texting so much about so many things. It's like, no, we gotta get the band back together. And we're the band. We're the Thompson twins, I guess.
I'm the bassist and the drummer, so I never get laid.
So basically, we're gonna try and go through the past week. And we're going to start with, look, it's a delicious story because of the fact that someone who should know better, what do they say about every microphone, Sal?
Every microphone is hot.
This mic right here? Hot right now.
Hot.
Yeah.
I would never say anything untoward.
Hotter than hell. This mic is hot right now. And Thom Brenneman, been a broadcaster for a long time. His dad, Marty Brenneman, was the voice of the Cincinnati Reds. Mm-hmm. He should certainly know better than when you know you're like 10 seconds out from coming back from commercial. There's some things you might throw around, maybe some body talk, locker room talk, but a slur for a homosexual with the word starting with F. That's not good thinking, is it? I mean, he literally was right back at
it's poor judgment.
Very poor judgment. So that hot mic caught it, and within the same broadcast, he was apologizing, making sure that we understood that he was a man of faith, which you don't quite know what that has to do with anything. I do know that the Westboro Baptist Church used to go by a name that incorporated God and that same word he used. So maybe he was trying to make that point. I don't quite know what that meant. But Sal, what is your white hot take on Thom Brenneman?
There's several things, Christian. The first thing is, he's only been suspended. He hasn't been fired. So I think the Reds are waiting for this whole thing to blow over.
Well, look, he's not going to be doing NFL on Fox, and I don't know that they're going to use him for any Fox games for baseball. The Cincinnati Reds have, let's say, I was going to say a colorful history, but it's a little bit of a colorless history, I suppose. I mean, this is the organization that brought us Marge Schott. So, if she saw it, if her ghost heard these comments, she'd be like, yeah, and right. What's the problem? Right. I always imagine her like either Clara Peller or the Where's the Beef Lady, or more like the mom from Goonies. The creepy like pirate mom. So yeah, I think that he might keep his job within the organization. And you and I were talking about this. It's a Fox Sports Ohio is who he's employed by. And I was thinking that Fox is connected to Disney, but you had the point that these regional sports channels
are by Sinclair.
They're not owned by Disney.
No, Sinclair.
He may keep his job. Might want to just put him on.
Might get a promotion.
Might put him on ice until next season.
Yeah.
As you said, let it blow over.
And as part of his punishment, at this point in time, he's got to go to brunch every day, wear nothing but tank tops, and he's going to renovate a Craftsman in Echo Park with his new best friend Kyle.
And then a lot of FaceTiming with Mike Pence.
FaceTime with Mike Pence.
Corby Piet, I forget now, in the chat. Just so you know, I like being here with you guys, but I'm also watching Teen Titans Go with my son, so you better bring it. You're competing for my attention. I by no means am I anywhere as entertaining as Animated Cyborg. I did see Teen Titans Go to the movies back when we could actually go to the movies. And I've never seen the show, but I like it. I think it's a fun. I saw that movie. I would much rather see Teen Titans Go than Titans on DC Universe, the gritty Titans with a Robert who says "fuck Batman." It's from the trailer. Not made up. Not made up at all. He says, fuck Batman. Uh-oh. Gave Sal the Rona. Anyway, so I don't know. I think, look, he did his apology. He's been suspended, but his first apology was actually fairly entertaining to watch because he had to call a home run in the middle of it. He's like, I'm deeply, deeply sorry if I offended anyone way, way back there, and that's gone. Obviously, that's not a reflection of who I am. And also, Corby, I absolutely love it. Teen Titans Go. Everything I learned about buying a used car, I learned from Robin.
Fuck Ben.
I think he must be referring to Burt Ward working at an actual car dealership. Salman. Car dealership. So that was topic number one that I was so mad that happened that night. We talked a lot about the Mets, and of course they had a player and a coach test positive for COVID the same night that we did this show. And in true Mets fashion, they just missed a few games and they're right back at it. Season's not over.
No.
We still have to live through it.
That's true.
Yeah. And
like every season.
Yeah. And one of the newspaper writers from New York said the Mets are playing another game tonight. Maybe they'll show up for it. So, they did not have a good first day back. 2 bad games, 14 bad innings against the Marlins. So, but they're back at it now, and we'll see. We'll see. They're going to play all 60 games. I won't even get 1 game reprieve from this Mets season, and then they'll miss the playoffs, and I'll be like, great. Why did I invest all that time? Another big topic was the Ron Jeremy's been in the news a lot. He has been in the news a lot, and one of the things that we've heard recently is that he is a hoarder.
Christian, you know what he hoards?
I don't.
Joy. Shine your light, hedgehog. Free the hedgehog.
Yes.
No justice, no cop.
I think that's the tattoo that he has there. And what were you saying before about you said something about Ron Jeremy.
Well, whatever you do,
yeah,
Christian, do not Google what did Ron Jeremy do to earn the nickname the Hedgehog. Wowee, America.
And what can Ron Jeremy do?
He can do anything he wants. He has a 10-inch cock. He doesn't care.
I mean, we can't relate. So
you know what else?
What's that?
His ball sack is bigger than mine. They're all like this, America.
And Jacob Downey with a very important question: does he hoard horrors? I don't know, actually, but
his apartment isn't big enough.
But good question for a good title for a possible series: horror hoarders.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so that could be ladies of the evening. Let's see. So that was next. I think I want to save the granddaddy of them all for the end. What else? What else has been on your mind, Sal?
Well, I was watching the RNC.
That's the Republican National Convention.
Yes.
This is our Letterman interaction. Hey, Paul, you like the RNC? Yeah, great. Yeah, it's great, Dave.
Anyway, I was watching Melania. Is it Melania or Melania?
Melania Trump. It's our first lady.
She was.
She is our first lady. Yeah.
Flotus.
Yeah.
Flotus, as they say.
Yeah, she's Flotus.
And where did Flotus get that dress, Christian? The Armani Navy store?
Yeah, it was definitely from the Castro collection.
And
yeah.
her delivery, stiffer than Dolly Parton's underwire.
Oh,
I stepped on my
Dolly Wharton. We were so close,
stiffer than me seeing the Farrah Fawcett poster for the first time at Spencer Gifts. Stiffer than Kobe. Too soon?
No, what?
I don't think so.
Oh no, that's a national tragedy. What are you doing?
Time plus tragedy equals.
There's to keep it in the talk show host theme,
Yes.
this is when Kevin Eubanks would say, "Oh, that's cold, Jay," and then he'd go like, you know, he would just move on from
in the
it.
beginning, when Jay would tell a somewhat racist joke, he would look to Branford for approval,
Yeah.
and Branford would be like,
Yeah. Well, that's how Kevin
Brentford-
Eubanks got his job.
"Yeah, Branford would not dance for the man."
No, he would not. And I still don't know how Stuttering Job got Ed Hall's job, but he did.
Yeah,
He had that announcer job at some point, which.
So one more note on Melania.
Oh, yeah.
You know, she's a foreigner,
I've heard that.
and foreigners are different.
Mm-hmm.
Different is bad.
Okay.
Melania.
Well, that is from the.
Should I repeat that?
Yes, because it is
go
from the
get-
Salmon's greatest hits. So
Go
you should.
get a pencil and paper.
Okay, go ahead. We'll wait.
Melania's a foreigner.
Mhm.
Foreigners are different.
Mm-hmm.
Different is bad. Melania's bad.
All right. Well,
All right. I said it twice
You said it
to
twice.
make it nice.
So who else have you seen on the RNC? I know we weren't talking about it before, but did you see glassy-eyed Don Jr. the first
I
night?
did see Glassy.
Yeah.
Jr. I think he was snorting coke off of Kimberly Guilfoyle's taint. The hell was that? His eyes were watery, sniffing.
Yeah, one of the best memes I saw was Kimberly Guilfoyle when she was carrying on. She had her arms up, but they had turned her into I legitimately don't know Power Rangers, but whoever like the mystic.
Rita Repulsa.
Yeah, they turned her into that. Yes. How do you know that?
It's my job.
I was gonna say I should know more Power Rangers. So
Well, yeah, you've got a 5-year-old. You should know Power Rangers.
yeah, but it would be like whatever Power Rangers are now, you know.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I am like a 5-year-old. That's why I know.
hung like a 5-year-old.
I'm hung like a 5-year-old. I'm hung like a raisinette.
Yeah, so I saw those. Who else did you see besides Don Jr.?
Well, let me refer to these non-pieces of jokes that I have in front of me.
Yeah.
Well, we also saw Mr. Mike Pompeo.
Oh, yeah, I saw that he was
Secretary
there.
of State Mike Pompeo.
Yeah, Secretary of State
And
was
he
there.
was speaking from Israel, and he solved the Palestinian problem by eating them. He's a big man.
And then I believe he devoured the Wailing Wall as an after-dinner
Devoured the
mint.
Wailing Wall,
As an
yes.
after-dinner mint,
Yes.
Corby joining in here was Can I Be the Green Ranger? And Jacob, stiffer than Jeffrey Epstein, who I'm assuming you mean
You're on
now.
You're on the right track.
I assume you mean
That
right
works
now.
on 2 levels.
Yeah, because I'm like, at what point in his life is that? Jeffrey, and by the way, you misspelled it. It's Jeffrey Epstein, who definitely did not put his full name in there, and I just think it's
Clintons
important.
killed him. That's part of their pizza parlor pedophile
Pizzagate.
cannibalism ring.
Yeah, I don't know why they made such a big deal about Pizzagate. I mean, had they not been to a Chuck E. Cheese? What else? Oh, so yeah, Mike Pompeo.
Yes.
I don't know who's speaking tonight. Is not the Donald. That's tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Uh,
Today's night 3, right?
so I think it's Willie Ames because Scott Baio was busy. Antonio Sabato Sr.
Kirk Cameron, maybe?
Yeah, Kirk could be. I've had lovely conversations on the phone with Kirk Cameron.
Have you?
Well, because he used to be on the radio show.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Yeah, sure.
He's just clinically insane.
I mean, there's squirrel's right there.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
He's very close. He's like, I want to get on the Bladtcast.
We've
You
got-
guys can't see him, but he's
we've
right
got
there.
a barbecue right here.
Yeah, well, the laptop is sitting on the barbecue.
I know, but I'm just thinking we could have varmint for brunch.
So I'll just close it,
Yes.
and then while it's closed, I'll light it.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Because that's called living large.
Uh-oh. Living large?
Living large.
Now that, I'll tell you what that is right there. That's living large.
Living large.
That's Portillo's at 2 p.m. on an afternoon. You go living large.
living large.
I'll get the beef and cheddar and the Maxwell Polish sausage.
Yeah.
That's living large.
Oh, Kristen, this
Yeah.
just did.
Yo, okay? What's in?
The only Native American on death row
Mm-hmm.
is going to be executed. And to honor his heritage, he has requested to be killed in the gas teepee.
Now, this is the usual talk
Thank
show host
you.
moment where you go like, this is what used to happen when Dennis would be on Bill O'Reilly. He was like, Miller, I don't even know what that means. When he's like, oh, I can't comment on that. Miller, I don't even know what that means. Sal, I don't even know what that means. Oh my gosh, a humble painter live in the chat. Mike Keybaugh says, Sal. And let's see who else we got. Large as the Bears, exactly, Jacob. The Bears. The Bulls. The Bears.
The Hawks.
The Cubs. Oh, Jacob, I stepped on your joke. Sorry. So it was large as the Bears, losing streak. So
They suck. And they're supposed to be good, which is something
this year.
Worse. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know. I can't let myself get excited for the NFL season. That's just me. But when there's nothing else to watch, all of a sudden, come November. What else has been on your mind?
Well, Christian,
tell me more.
We have Mr. Jerry Falwell Jr.
Only once in a lifetime does a story like this fall in your lap, and it was his dad. And then somehow you get an even better story. And I mean, this is an instance where the sequel is way better than the original.
Yep.
So let's see. So Jerry Falwell Jr., president of Liberty University. The allegation was made that he was being extorted by the pool boy, whom was having a long-standing affair with Mrs. Falwell Jr.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And the allegation from the pool boy is that Jerry Falwell Jr. liked to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have any fault for Mrs. Falwell Jr. in this situation. I think if she wants to do something outside of her marriage, why not get railed by a 20-year-old pool boy? Now to her, it's like, wait, you want me to do what? Great. You sit in the chair and do whatever you want. Yeah. I literally don't care. This is going to be the first time in my life I'm actually satisfied. So you do what you need to, Jerry Falwell Jr. She just calls him Junior. I mean, the story is that he says that he was not involved, and the wife has issued a statement
that he was not.
that it was just between the two of them.
Right.
And I don't know, what does a 29-year-old pool boy have to lie about? What's the game here? So I don't know. I choose to believe what's funniest to me, which is him in his Speedos watching
in the closet.
Yeah,
with the red light blinking because he's filming it too,
and he's live streaming it to Mike Pence,
right,
and Thom Brenneman.
There you go. By the way,
I tied that up in a little bow. Thank you.
Way,
yes,
Liberty University is giving him a $10.5 million buyout. Man, that is some golden shower. Parachute. I meant parachute. Jeez. Slip of the tongue. Oh, by the way, Jerry, it's not gay if you and the pool boy never made eye contact. So you got that going for you.
I don't know. I mean, look, it's I guess, and the only other thing you can think about that is liberty. What's not to love about that story?
There's everything.
It's got everything for everybody.
It's got sex. It's got money. It's got pool. Everyone loves a pool.
It's true.
Sex, money, pool, lying.
Oh, yeah.
Cheating.
Yeah.
Stealing. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And don't forget, this was the guy that opened up Liberty University, so they had complete COVID-19 all over the place.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
He's a genius.
Jerry Falwell Jr.
Well,
yeah.
Look at how he's landing on his feet.
Well.
$10.5 million.
Yeah.
For watching his wife fuck a pool boy.
Well,
how do I get that deal?
The which part of the deal? Being the pool boy, being the wife, or being Jerry Falwell Jr.? Personally, I'd sign up. I would sign up for any of it. Any of those three people, I'm interested.
I want to be Jerry Falwell Jr. because I'll take my 10.5 mil and I'll dump the wife and I'll buy myself 2 hookers.
Jacob Downey, sex, money, pool, my aspirations in life. My Kiba, it doesn't have a painter. That's true, but you could do the court stenography for it and the court illustrations. More sex, more money, more pool. Thank you, Jacob. Also good to see that Keme Egan is here in the chat. Does point out that Lucas Giolito threw a perfect game for the Sox.
No, no-hitter, not a perfect game.
You're right. It was a no-hitter against the Pirates, which makes it a very imperfect game because you beat the Pirates. I believe they have 5 guys in their lineup hitting under 200. But still hard to throw a no-hitter. I was telling Sal that when I heard about it, I just assumed it was one of those 7-inning, doubleheader games. It was a real 9-inning no-hitter.
Yes, it was.
But no crowd to distract you. So asterisk or no asterisk? What do you think, Sal?
No asterisk.
All right, good. All right. But if it was 7 innings, it would have to be. It just wouldn't count. Just wouldn't count.
Like the Astros World Championship.
Let's see. Keme Egan. Keme Egan would like to spank the pool boy with a wet pool noodle. And Keme likes that. And QB Claw DHA, a guy put 90 phones in a wagon and instantly created a traffic jam in Google Maps. I like that. I mean, you could, I guess. I mean, it seems like fun. I don't know, but it's just, somebody's taking the time to be in the chat.
It's kind of a hard left turn, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's just sharing,
Good.
That's fine. It's one of Jacob's friends. Jacob always brings the riffraff in with him, but we appreciate it. We always like when Jacob comes in here. And Jacob, you could do some self-promotion if you want to promote your YouTube channel and where people can find you, and any place that you have jokes to share, please do. Jerry Falwell Jr., I don't know. I mean, that was everything that I wanted from a story, but yes. I had something on that, and I'm going to have to vamp while I try to find it. But to me, it's worth it. This is not my joke. This joke is from Frank Conniff, a.k.a. TV's Frank from Mystery Science Theater 3000. So talking about the $10.5 million severance package, Frank said his payments will come in stocks, bonds, and cash. For some reason, he insisted on having it 3 ways. God, when you hear that, you're just like,
oh, smell the funny.
There's a little bit of me that's like, damn it, I didn't have that. But you're like, it's so perfect.
Yep.
All you can do is tip your TV hat to TV's
Absolutely.
Frank. So let's see. I'm just saying that Jacob brings in the riffraff. Don't worry, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. He gave me a hey. But and then Corby wants to know, where did he get 90 phones? Haven't you seen Better Call Saul? It's not that hard. It's really not that hard.
I haven't seen Better Call Saul.
Did you like Breaking Bad?
I never saw Breaking Bad.
Don't bother.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I never saw Star Trek: The Next Generation. Well, then don't see Picard. Well, don't jump in at Picard. Okay. It's just not worth it. I don't know. I mean, you saw Picard; it was all right, but that's not the place to start.
No,
that's not the. I mean, unless you have a thing for 20-something robot twins, which I know you do. So, yeah, but really, who doesn't? Let's see. Jacob says, I shape gemstones and share my freshest jokes every weeknight right here on YouTube, Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern. So they just go to Jacob Downey's YouTube channel, I guess, is what he's saying there. Thanks for coming in. This is one of my favorite little hangouts. That's right. Bladtcast is where it's at. It's where all the cool kids hang out. And us. Was there anything else that we were planning on speaking about? I don't know how funny some of the things in the news are right now, but I was surprised. I don't have any jokes. I don't know what there is to joke about this, but I did see that the Milwaukee Bucks. What's that? Yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks boycotting Game 5 of their NBA playoff series in response to the shooting of Jacob Blake that was in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
No. Yeah, I don't. You don't have a tight 5 on that? Come on. Are you a comedian or not? No, but my question is if you boycott your playoff game, do you forfeit your playoff game?
I guess they're willing to.
But then if the other team accepts the forfeit, then you're being racist or disrespectful. So I don't quite know what that means. Cam Egan says the DNC and RNC is always funny. It's a good point, Cam Egan. Did you see much of the DNC?
No.
I watched Biden, and here's the thing about Biden. It's like as long as he didn't like break his nose trying to squint at a teleprompter, everybody was going to be like, "Oh, he looked great," because it's like that's really what the bar was. Like, did he hurt himself while reading? No, he did not. And
that's the bar for the next 70 days.
Yeah, exactly. For both of them to some extent, you know, it's
well, we can't expect. I mean, so we have tonight and tomorrow night of the RNC, and then things are going to go back to normal until the debates.
Do you think there's actually going to be debates? I'm not convinced. I don't think it helps either one of them to debate the other.
Yeah, but Trump thinks that it will.
That's true.
So he thinks that Biden is this sleepy old man, slow Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe. Slow Joe now.
It's Slow Joe now?
Slow Joe now, yes. Like Flojo, but Slow Joe.
But Slow Joe.
Flojo is no longer with us.
But Slow Joe, last time I checked, Slow Joe was. But I haven't checked in a while.
No, me neither.
So, yeah, and I think that old style, like non-COVID debates where there's a crowd and people to applaud and hoot and holler, huge advantage Trump.
Yes.
But even like an in-person with a moderator at a table debate.
Biden.
Yeah, but not like huge. It's not like Bill Clinton. You know what I mean? It's not like, because even Clinton today is still sharp enough that he's like, oh, I'm going to debate who?
And anybody.
He'll have his pants off in 10 minutes.
Anybody who can fly around on Jeffrey Epstein's plane and not get convicted for it, you're a smart man, Bill Clinton. And like you and Prince Andrew were clinking beers.
This was so many months ago, but did you actually see the interview that Prince Andrew did? Or
I did not, but not good, right?
Yeah, because like
fat on the farm.
The interviewer went right in, and he was like, "Oh my!" Like he was like, "Oh, okay, we're not building up to that," and just a lot of like, he was a convicted pedophile. You know what I mean? It's just like. I don't know. I mean, that's some of the worst advice. I don't know if Jacob is pandering to me, but it's a compliment. So I choose to take it at face value. Nice impression of Bill Clinton there. I don't know. I just said he'd have Trump's pants off in 10 minutes. That's how he debates. Come on. There's two things that he does. The other one is murder. But what? Anyway, I don't. I think Prince Andrew could have debate.
Yeah, he could brush up on his speaking skills.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just like, look, you were never going to be king. All you had to do was just stay out of exactly this kind of trouble.
Right.
It's like Prince Harry. Prince Harry was never going to be king.
Right.
Especially once William had a son. It was like, you're deaf. But I mean, once he had the first one, it's like you're definitely not.
But the second son is ahead of Prince Harry. So it goes Charles, William,
and then
George, Louis.
And then that's what I'm saying. But even
excuse me. It goes Charlotte, then Louis.
Oh, I didn't know that they were letting girls be king now.
Yeah, they changed the law. But she's got to wear a suit.
Got to dress like your favorite talk show host.
Yeah, she's got to dress like.
What? Speaking of talk show hosts, didn't you have some thoughts on Oprah?
I had a thought on Oprah,
but I can't remember what it was now.
Well, she's going to charge double, I think, for her magazine, the eponymously named Oprah magazine.
Sure. And I'm thinking, I've got a subscription. Sure.
And I'm thinking, you're the richest African American woman in America. You're a billionaire, and you've got to jack your fans up for a couple of bucks. Maybe you should stop buying your beards Maserati. Oprah. I see you, Oprah.
There was a Robert Smigel used to do the TV Funhouse on SNL. There was one where like Stedman was a superhero.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it there. That's one of my favorites. Is Stedman the superhero? Anyway, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know that people come to us for hard hitting analysis on anything, but jokes about Jerry Falwell. That's really why we're here.
Yes.
Some of the other stuff, it was just more, it was just more whipped cream and cherry on top of whatever it is, whatever delicious dessert that is that we're having. But what's on tap for you the rest of the day, Sal?
Well, Christian, I think it's going to be a 3-hour nap because I'm exhausted after all this funny.
After carrying this show, it's wiped you out?
It's wiped me out.
Yeah.
I need a nappy poo.
Or a nappy boo following our booze cheesesteaks from Silver Lake.
Yeah. Let's review these cheesesteaks.
Let's do it for everybody.
Normally, we go to Philly's cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Which is
down the street.
Down the street.
Yeah.
We're in Burbank. I don't think we're revealing too much about our location.
Yeah.
But Philly's is close to where we are. It's one of our lunchtime haunts.
When we used to actually be able to have lunch inside of an establishment that serves food, but now we have lunch out on my patio.
Right. And we went to this place called Boo's.
Yeah.
Boos, like
Boo Radley.
Boo Radley, yes.
Yeah.
Which is in Hollywood. And it's not a nice neighborhood.
No. I've never been happier to not be dining inside of a facility.
Yeah. The cheesesteaks were, well, I got a pepper steak with onions.
Yeah.
Which I really liked. A little bit greasy.
Yep.
A lot of meat. The bread was not too thick. So, everything melded together. Now, Christian does not like peppers and he doesn't like onions.
Nope.
So his cheesesteak was pretty much equal to the one he gets at Philly. So he wouldn't go back there again.
I wouldn't. I found it to be a little bit too greasy. I like the bread better at Philly's Best on Victory Boulevard in Burbank, California.
Yeah.
Ding. But if you were like, I'm gonna come over with booze steaks, I wouldn't be like, no, go get mine from Philly's. But no, it'd be fine.
Right.
But I wouldn't go out of my way to get it.
It's a special treat.
Yeah, but it was good. I thought.
I had a joke.
Those are the best kind. Those are the best kind.
No,
let's see. Jason Blair. Since I have my kids with me, I don't know if watching an episode with Sal live is the best decision I've ever made as a father. Jason, did you take your kids to see Goonies? Because I think that was last week. I think that was this show. I don't know. You creep into so many shows, but I think that tomorrow night, Heather and I, my wife, we're going to see New Mutants at the drive-in. The movie that's only been delayed for about 2 full years, maybe even a little more. And that's our big date night, going to the drive-in. I don't even know if the concession stand is open. I don't even know if I'm allowed to get out of my car, but we'll figure it out.
Popcorn trick on Heather?
The popcorn in the bucket. Well, that's how we met. So yeah, our first date was to the movies. So we saw Garden State with Zach Braff and Natalie Portman.
Mm.
So
she's still married.
Yeah, but hey, I don't know. That's
world's fakest marriage right here.
Well, yeah, probably, yeah. It's not great.
Complete sham.
Yeah, and Jason Blair does confirm that creeping is what he does. And Corby has the advice that he's wearing headphones. You'll have to get good conversation with your kids about new topics. Yeah, Jason, ask your triplets. What do they think about Jerry Falwell Jr.?
I remember Jason.
Yeah, Jason Blair. Yeah.
Jason Blair.
Yeah, he's good people.
Yeah, well, I remember a guy with triplets, and I said something along the lines of, he has some real special sauce.
Yeah, well, that's true.
That's right.
Now, Jason took them to see Raiders of the Lost Ark instead of Goonies. You know what I'm going to say? Good call.
Yes.
His first date was to see Little Rascals in 1994. Corby, is your wife of age? You took your wife to see Little Rascals? So you did Raiders instead of Goonies. Here's what I'm going to say. Goonies, ton of fun if you see it as a kid. Hot take. Doesn't hold up the way you think it does.
Jason, if you're out there, and I think you are.
He's still there. Yeah.
Are your triplets like 2 and 1, all one? Just
2 boys, 1 girl.
2 boys, 1 girl.
Yeah.
And the boys twins, or they're all separate?
No, I mean they're triplets. They were all born together. I mean
No,
they're not Siamese twins. They're not conjoined.
But within triplets, the boys can be twins.
Oh, I see.
And the girl is.
All right. I didn't know how much we were going to split the DNA. Jason, if you want to answer that question, please go ahead. Kemi Egan says you should do a separate Bladtcast to review New Mutants. You'll be able to find on the Bladtcast YouTube channel next week a special Marvel movie talk, we call it now. You'll find one of those where we will indeed talk about New Mutants. There'll be a few of us who have actually gone to the drive-in to see it. That's a movie that some outlets have chosen not to review because they're not making an available streaming link or a private screening. They say it's because of social distance, but it's really because film critics want free popcorn.
Yeah.
So
free slushies.
Yeah, right, exactly. And let's see. Jason Blair does say, I do remember that from the Super Bowl recap episode.
Yeah.
And Dominicus Saxon says, I hope I never stumble across any video with Falwell in it. That's fair.
Google it on
Pornhub. Corby says his wife is 2 years older. She had to drive because I was only 14. All right.
Yeah.
High five to Mrs. Piet. The answer to Sal is that they're all fraternal. The boys are not identical. Yes, but all 3 of those kids take after Jason's wife, which obviously is why they're so adorable. No offense, Jason, but you know what I'm saying.
How old are they now?
They're 6, I think, because they're a little bit older than Felix. Yeah. Corby, can't wait to see New Mutants. Not sure when it will happen as I'm very busy with storms, and especially since there may be a Category 4 hurricane. Look, are you a fan or not? Yeah. Go to the movies. They're open. I know you might be able to catch the plague inside of it, and sure, a hurricane might blow it away, but do you want to see the movie or not?
Right. Man up.
Christopher Nolan would want you to sit in there and watch Tenet getting a virus while the hurricane sweeps you away.
He needs an Oscar.
Yeah, and Jason's kids will be 6 in October. So, yeah. And I believe Jason told me in a different show that they live across the street from the elementary school, but they're all doing distance learning. So they're all in the house. And if you look through the window, you can see the building they should be in. The worst is that I haven't talked about this. Felix's teacher at his kindergarten is distance learning from the classroom. So it's like, doesn't this stuff look cool? Yeah, you can't come in here. And there is like an after care program, after school thing that they're doing that would also be in the building. We're doing something at his old preschool with him, but if we did have him there, he would be in the building. His teacher would be in the building, but they would be doing it on Zoom. Yeah, exactly. And let's see, who's not worried about the plague? Corby, not worried about the plague. He's an insurance adjuster, so this is busy time. Yeah. Jason has a good question. Who are the old mutants? I could give you a funny answer or the real answer. The X-Men. The X-Men are the old mutants. These are the new mutants. Yeah. So, yeah, they're the new ones.
Hot, new, young, sexy.
And
mutants.
Also, my joke answer was Jerry Stiller, and then I remembered he was dead. So
that's what makes it funny.
Okay, Jerry Stiller and Regis Philbin. Those are the old mutants.
The old mutants, right.
Yeah. I don't even know this comment from Jake. Why is October the 10th month? Shouldn't it be the 8th? Because it's October. I think it was before Julius and Augustus Caesar wanted months named after them. Sorry, I'm just giving like obvious answers and not joke ones. I'm taking all the fun out of the show, really, which means it should be pretty darn close to time to wrap it up. But I think you really hammered home on the funny. I think I gave 1 or 2 assists, gave the little alley-oop, but there wasn't really that much to it, to what I did. But
Ellen, I'm watching you. You know why?
When we were driving to Cheesesteak Place, we drove by a large photo of Ellen, and we had some thoughts on how someone could deface it. And you feel like Warner Brothers security would just look up and be like, yeah, that's fair. Yep. What they're writing about it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. That's how we feel. All right. Well, we'll have to do this again at some point. Maybe we'll do some more patio chats. Corby does know who the Teenage Mutants are. They're Ninja Turtles, obviously. So if people want to keep in touch with you, where should they do that, Sal?
On the Twitter at DWise Comedy.
And
on the Insta,
yep,
DWise Pix.
PIX. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Christian DMZ. And don't forget, of course, the Bladtcast is at BLADTCASD, like the Bladtcast on Facebook. Bladtcast.com, BLADTCAST. This is the now second part of episode 396. We have some rock and roll conversations next week for 397, and then we are so close to 400 we can taste it. And that announcement is forthcoming. We just don't have it yet. But 400 will be something. I just literally don't know what. But thanks everybody who joined us live and everybody who's watching. We will see you next time on the Bladtcast.